Daniel Story, Chapter 8, Part B. Postmen ran from house to house, delivering the wedding invitations. That's what we called the orders. Everyone lived in fear. Our youth group went to work, hiding those notified. Some people ran for days from house to apartment to cellar, but finally gave up, too tired and hungry to run and hide anymore. The Germans reduced the size of the ghetto to only 4 blocks, so it was hard to find anywhere to hide. And then in August, our notice came. Mother was very sick by then. She had tuberculosis. She'd had to leave her job a few weeks earlier because she could pass the disease on to others. Erica had also developed a terrible cough. The doctor said it was bronchitis. She needed medicine, but there was none. She ran a fever, had chills, coughed violently. When the final transports were announced in August, most Jews refused to go. They stayed home instead of reporting to the train station. Then Hans Bibo, the German in charge of the ghetto, made a speech to the Jews. He told us that we were being sent into Germany to work for the war effort. He said that when the Russians came, they would deal with us harshly because we had worked for the Germans. And some people fell for it. They believed him. The Russians were so close, but couldn't they move faster? I was in a fever pitch of dread and expectation. Father called a meeting. I have been thinking of our alternatives, he said. Mother and Erica are very weak because of their illnesses. The only place I've found where we could all hide is a cellar underneath the bakery. It's very damp and cold, and I'm afraid that a few days down there would mean death for them. Therefore, we will go on the transport and hope that we are being sent to another work camp. But not you, Daniel. Or you, Friedrich. I want to go with you, I objected. No. The Russians will be here soon. They will not punish us, as Bibo says. We all know that. They will liberate us, and you will be here when they do. Wait until after we leave, when it is dark and no one can see where you're going. Then sneak over to the bakery. Grab some bread on your way down to the cellar. That night, Erica, Rosa, and I had our last meeting in the courtyard. Friedrich couldn't be there as he was working a night shift. I felt terrible about my family leaving without me. I was sure I would never see them again. If I had the power of God, I said bitterly, I would wipe the entire human race off the face of the earth. It's a complete failure. Look around us, a race of monsters. And then Erica yelled at me. Don't you ever say that, Daniel, she said. I'm ashamed of you. I was so stunned I couldn't reply. But Rosa came to my defense. Erica, what's wrong with you? Daniel's right. How can you look around you, see most of the people you loved murdered and tortured, and think anything else? How could these things happen if the world were a decent place? Rosa, Erica replied, I'm ashamed of you, too. Don't you see? This is the way the Nazis think. They believed that we Jews weren't good enough to live, and so they decided to wipe us off the face of the earth. Who were they to decide who should live and who should die? And who are you? For once, Rosa didn't have an answer, and neither did I. We are alive. We are human, with good and bad in us. That's all we know for sure. We can't create a new species or a new world. That's been done. Now we have to live within those boundaries. What are our choices? We can despair and curse and change nothing. We can choose evil like our enemies have done and create a world based on hate. Or we can try to make things better. Why have we fought so hard to survive all these years? So we could go to our deaths in despair? We must live. And when this is all over, we must work to make the world a better place. Then she paused. And if we die, we will die knowing that it was not our fault, that we did our best, and we can go to our deaths in dignity. You're both strong. I want you both to live, and to start over in Palestine, and to have children, and to remember those of us who were destroyed by the worst in humanity, by its hate. She paused again. You must choose love. Always choose love. Rosa and I were both crying by the time Erica finished speaking. We hugged her and held on tight to her, and I knew she was right. My little sister. Tears flowed down my face as I think of it now. Timid, silent Erica, who turned out to be the bravest, most eloquent of us all.